who do you think you are? Who told you that idea of yours is good?
Yeah.
Who told you it's going to work?
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
has made a lot of people who have great ideas, actually
Yeah.
brilliant ideas, if I can say,
Yeah.
not to speak up.
Yeah.
Not to, even if I sound like a donkey here, I'm fine.
This girl inspires me a lot. You guys, let me tell you, I'm inspired by you, sis. Because
Thank you.
I feel like, and I'm just really happy for your subscribers. Please, you guys, make sure everything she posts you follow, because I'm
Yeah.
very inspired. I feel like there are things that people struggle with. They don't want to talk about it because it's a bit embarrassing.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
So now we have talked about depression and the signs and the symptoms and shared our experiences. Now we want to share anxiety, because that is another thing which is affecting a lot of people.
Yeah, so guys, of course, the most common thing is depression, but we always feel as therapists or doctors or counselors that there's this thing called anxiety. It's the big elephant in the room.
Yes.
And people really never talk about it. People are not even aware that it exists.
Yeah.
And yet it affects a multitude of
Yes.
young people.
Yeah.
So generally, anxiety is the state of feeling unsure, and let me put it in a layman's language. You guys have heard of imposter syndrome, whereby you are a very well accomplished individual, but you feel like you are acting in that accomplishment. You don't feel like you deserve it. Yeah.
Yes.
So that is generally anxiety in
That's
a
generally
small
anxiety.
nutshell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And anxiety has many types, but the one that is very common is generalized and social. Yeah. So for the social anxiety, you're in a crowded room, you're in, with your colleagues.
Yeah.
You are the doctor, yet you feel like the cleaner.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. And this is not, please don't misquote me. I'm not saying that one is important and one is not. I'm just saying, like, that state of just feeling that you're not in yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're not who you are. And you then get anxiety secondary out of that feeling.
You've been in that situation?
Yeah, many times. Many times. I think I suffer from anxiety more than anything. But my anxiety is social. I have very bad social anxiety. Like, when I'm meeting new people, it's very hard for me to form connections. I don't know if you noticed at the icon thing.
Yeah, because I was like, how did I not talk to her?
Yeah.
I was like, but she was there. I think I saw her. And then...
You know what happened during that icon thing? Let me tell you. So, my friends were supposed to come with me, because it's usually like a cocktail party. You guys make sure you attend the next one.
Yes.
It's really cool. So, that day, all my friends, it was on a Friday, so they are working.
Yeah.
They came late because I was the icon, influencer of the month.
Yes.
I had to be there early.
Yeah.
So I had to be there early and wait for my friends to join me.
Yes.
So, you know what I did? I had to tag along my brother. Because I was like, and I know everyone at Icon. Like, I have a few acquaintances there. I would have easily gelled in and be comfortable. But I was just like, no, I need someone that I really, really know. So I told my brother, you have to come with me as I wait for my friends to join me. That's the kind of social anxiety that I have. I'm unable to form new connections easily. It's a limitation of mine because I have anxiety issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think...
Because I worry too much, like, what do they think about me? Am I doing too much? Am
I too loud?
Yeah.
I think I used to be like that, but I think it was more of an imposter syndrome than anxiety. But I've dealt with it. I think after going for therapy and all that, I've dealt with that part of, imagine you deserve it. Imagine
this is your space. Take up space. You are the moment.
And you worked for it. I mean,
Yeah.
So so I get it. And no one could have I couldn't tell you are struggling with that
I
at
was
that
really,
point.
really struggling. Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah, so that generally I think that's anxiety, and that's why it's like people don't pay much attention to it
To it,
because
yes.
people don't really look like they're anxious.
Yes.
Most people don't, even at work. Like you can have anxiety at work,
Yeah.
but people like you're just like you're seeing patients,
Yeah.
and people don't know you're going through anxiety because
Yeah.
you are seeing them successfully. You're
Yeah.
giving them medications, they are going away, they come back with good outcomes.
Yeah.
But deep down in your heart, you're like, did I do the right thing?
Yeah.
Was that medication proper?
Exactly.
Will this patient sue me? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So how do you
anxiety.
deal with it? Because I am assuming you're still
Yeah.
struggling with it. Huh?
Yeah, for anxiety, honestly, I feel like the only way that I have dealt with it is I just affirm myself. Yeah, I just tell myself, like the way you said, Christine, this is you. You are okay. Let me give you guys a very interesting story before I tell you how I deal with my anxiety.
Okay.
So I've struggled with one thing for a very long time: driving. I know how to drive. I drive myself to work every day, but I hate it. Because every time I'm accelerating, braking, I'm on an incline, it's like, oh my God, I want to just stop driving and ditch that car and walk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So there's this time my father told me, Christine, you operate on human beings.
Yes.
How can you not drive?
I know it's not the best question to ask someone with anxiety, though.
Yeah, but he made me realize something. It's just in my mind.
Yes.
Because if I'm doing something so dangerous, like a car and a human life
Yeah.
is incomparable.
Yeah.
Why do I feel so afraid when I'm driving?
Yeah.
And from that day onwards, I just started telling myself, I'm a good driver. I can drive properly, And of course, over time, I still don't like it so much. If I become rich, I'm getting a chauffeur, but
Yeah.
I have a better time in traffic
Yeah.
nowadays because I just try to distract myself and tell myself, yeah. So that's how I dealt with my anxiety. So I tell myself, I'm in a room full of people. There's nothing that these people have that is better than me,
Yeah.
or there's nothing I have that is better than them.
Yes.
We are all just the same. We are human beings. We have a common goal. We are here for a common thing.
Yeah.
So nobody is coming here to judge you. No one
Yeah.
is coming here to ensure your failure.
Yeah.
Why be anxious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. I think anxiety has put a lot of voices.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Yeah.
you're like you are speaking. Who do you think you are? Who told you that idea of yours is good?
Yeah,
Who told you it's going to work?
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
has made a lot of people who have great ideas, actually
Yeah.
brilliant ideas, if I can say,
Yeah.
not to speak up,
Yeah.
or not to come out because they are so anxious.
Yeah. How will they take
see
it?
me? How will they- yes.
Yeah.
And I think I struggled a bit with that, but I think it gets better when you keep doing it. It gets better. Right now, I'm like, imagine even if I sound like a donkey here, I'm fine.
This girl inspires me a lot. You guys, let me tell you, I'm inspired by you, sis. Because
you.
I feel like the way you just express yourself and the way you believe in yourself and the way you know that this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah.
It's very admirable. And I'm just really happy for your subscribers. Please, you guys, make sure everything she posts you follow, because even me now, I'm like, I will have to watch each and everything you post because I'm
Yeah.
very inspired. I feel like there are things that people struggle with. They don't want to talk about it because
Yeah.
it's a bit embarrassing.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing to come here and say, yes, I don't feel very confident.
Yeah,
Yeah, and people are like, why?
Yeah.
They don't get it.
Yeah.
But it's life.
It's life.
And you just have to learn how to deal and navigate with what are your weaknesses.
Yeah.
And anxiety is a big weakness
Yeah.
on most people.
Well,
It's
it
the
is.
Achilles heel. That's why, like, it's the difference between someone who makes it and someone who fails.
Yeah.
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 Anxiety.
Yeah. But when now we sit and talk about it like this, now I am like, I think it's consuming more people than even depression.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said it's like the thing that people don't want to talk about because they have not really thought about it.
Yes.
They just think, like like Nairobi, it's impossible not to be anxious. You're in a relationship, everybody is waiting for it to end.
Yes. Yes.
So even as a person, when someone is hitting on you and they are really serious, you have that anxiety. What if it ends?
Yes.
You can't even post this person
What if
if
it's a scam?
if it ends, then people online in-laws want to know
what next
happened.
What happened to this relationship, you know? And they just feel like they're so entitled to your personal life, in that when you're trying, and I don't know why people feel like they're so entitled to,
like you owe them an explanation.
I know. It's
Yeah.
my personal life. Why is it that, and people think they know you just because they see you online. And come to
that's
think
a
of it,
huge misconception.
the social media anxiety.
Oh, that is it's a thing. And actually I commend anyone who is like a social media person, like influencer, bloggers, content creators, because your life is not easy. That is it. People feel like you owe them an explanation. People feel like you need to tell them what you're doing, and this can actually cause you to have anxiety. Because sometimes, I just want to wake up, wear something baggy, a t-shirt, no makeup, head into the supermarket. But imagine if you're a celeb. If you do that, the next thing on the blogs, oh, she's gone broke,
or
she's
amepagawa.
But these are normal things. Sometimes I wake up, I just don't want to do makeup on my face. At all.
I mean, who wears makeup every day?
All the time.
It's not even realistic.
It's not. But let those people who are very famous try and do it. They will be trending. Oh, kumbe your skin, it's all fake.
Kumbe ni muze. She cannot afford skincare routine. She cannot.
It's hard.
I think as much as we are fighting this, we are getting to, can I say, capacity building? Oh, that is a big word. Giving knowledge, like giving people information about it, so that still, pia kwa social media, they won't be that. Like that expecting too much from us, because we are just human beings.
At the end of the day, we are all human. We are in different fields. We are navigating different challenges.
We are all struggling. Nani aski uchumi ni mbaya? I mean, everyone is feeling it.
If your bread is buttered both ways, good for you. But everyone is really feeling it.
Exactly.
Everyone is feeling it.
Wow. So that came out so clearly. I love it. So now, how can we cope with both the depression and anxiety? Because it's like
they're together. However, before we go to that, I think we should talk about how are people currently coping. We are in the medical field, and we can see by the way the negative things that are happening, which are raising a bit of a concern our way. And we just want to highlight, so that if you are coping in that manner, then you have some form of like information that this is a negative coping mechanism.
Way of coping.
Because you can cope positively and you can cope negatively. So I think we should highlight on what we've seen, which is a negative coping mechanism. What have you seen in your field?
First of all, I used to work I work in Dagoretti sub-county.
Wow.
What do you know about, what is famous about Dagoretti?
I don't know. Okay.
Drugs.
Drugs.
Drug abuse. Drug abuse.
I didn't know that. I thought it was crime.
Is the leading.
Maybe drugs now lead to crime.
Yes, of course. Because now they look for something to get the money to buy the drugs.
The drugs,
So it's the one leading. So now on those facilities, I've come across youths, some my age, some even younger, and they are so deep into drugs. In that, when you just sit down with them, it's sad, and it's so bad.
And what's like the age that you're seeing this drug abuse? Like, is there
from 15 to 25?
This is really
bad.
It's
bad there. At that stage, it's bad. No, when you get someone who's 30 and above, now they are beyond.
They're beyond what you can do to help.
Yes.
And what do they abuse mostly?
Alcohol. Cannabis.
Weed.
Cannabis.
Weed.
Yes, that is what they abuse the most.
Yeah.
And actually, on my line of work, I've I've seen like I've experienced like 4 or 5 youths commit suicide. By the way,
Wow, no, that's really sad.
yeah, like it has happened. Like
And
someone comes
it was like suicide that was successful, or it was parasite?
successful, they die literally.
Oh, that
You know,
is, yeah.
and now they normally come when the family starts coming in when there's no hope, like that person has suffered.
Yeah.
They are deep into addiction, and they don't have any hope. So starting with that person is still a challenge.
Because it's a long journey. Like
Yeah.
the journey out of drug abuse is tedious.
And then dealing with whatever it is that is
Yeah.
making them to be
Abuse those
the
drugs.
drugs.
And I think the biggest challenge is actually, like, for these kids who abuse drugs, first of all, the parents are always in denial.
Yes.
So by the time they come to full acceptance and now they're seeking help, it's a bit too late.
Yes.
And there is actually like very little you could do to reverse the addiction, but maybe you can help them with, lifestyle modification.
Yeah.
Give them something, a low dose of the same,
Yeah.
which could just give them the same high but different side effects.
And which is still a journey.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why the parents are on denial is because of the stigma surrounding the whole
Drug
thing.
abuse. Yeah, there's a lot of stigma for sure. Yeah.
So I've seen that. I've seen drugs and then suicide. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Kabisa. Yeah.
So for me, what I've seen mostly, I've seen a lot of social isolation. So you find someone has been going through something and they just do not want to be in the space of their family, their friends and whatnot. So they socially isolate. I've also seen cases whereby people just tend to abuse other people, either physically or
Sexually.
emotionally, sexually.
Yeah.
Because even these sexual offenders, there are people who are not mentally
Okay.
together.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've also seen that a lot. Intimate partner violence, all those kinds of things. Then you also tend to see these situations whereby people tend to do a lot of blame shifting.
Yeah.
Like when I do counseling of my patients, they're like, no, it's not me. My parents, they were separated, they were divorced, they never appreciated me as a child.
Yeah.
And all that is valid. As much as it is valid, what they are doing now is blame shifting, because at the end of the day, you also have your own personal obligation to yourself as an individual to do better than the people who are your predecessors. So there's also that blame shifting. Also, you can see a lot of self-harm. People slitting their wrists.
That one.
Kwanza, this one is so common among the young
people. Yes.
I saw, there's a time, sorry to say this, I saw a young girl who was in high school. She slit her, her wrists. Thankfully, like, she survived it. But I was like, wow. And I tried to talk to her and get what was the problem, get into the root cause of it.
Yeah.
It was very difficult, obviously. I felt like I did not achieve much with her, and then I ended up sending her to a proper, counselor like you.
Yes.
I hope she got the help she needed, but so there's also that self-harm that people cause on themselves. Yeah.
And then this indulging in risky sexual behaviors. That
Nairobi.
People think it's normal, but you see now it could be them running away from the pain. And then they decide to indulge. And of course, when we indulge in risk sexual behaviors, there's HIV.
Yeah.
There's SGR.
STDs. And then also there is this teen pregnancy.
Yes.
People think that HIV is the ultimate worst sentence.
Yeah.
And of course it's bad.
Yeah.
But there are other, before you get to HIV, there are also other things that you can get.
Yeah.
If you're a young girl at 17, trying to escape your family feuds with risky sexual behavior, you can get pregnant and your life is ruined because, okay, not really ruined, but it takes a different direction.
Exactly.
It takes a different direction.
So true.
Yeah.
So
And
true.
that direction is more challenging than the mainstream
Yes.
direction. And
Yeah.
you need a lot of strength, a lot of support
Yeah.
to be able to charter
Yeah.
that path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Also now the drug abuse. Alcoholism, taking a lot of, alcohol, weed. That's another way that people are coping, which is also negative.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as two doctors, we want to give you guys positive, nice ways of coping. Or if you see this in your loved ones,
Yeah.
we want you to explore these options. They
Yeah.
might be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might change a course that was discussing into a different direction.
Yeah, so true. So how can anyone going through this seek help?
Yeah. So, Doc, what did you do when you had your depression? How did you go about it?
I think I was suffering alone. You know, there's that stigma. We are the people who are dealing with this thing, but there's that
Yeah.
stigma. There's no way I can go to my colleague to be cancelled.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I was given the medication, of course, but of course, I knew there's a problem. I knew there's a problem, and I started working on myself. The journaling, looking at what is it that is making me feel this bad. Because it is a very, you cannot describe the pain. It's pain, but you cannot describe it. I don't know if.
Yeah. I also went through the same thing. So looking for the root cause analysis
Of the problem.
Very
Yes.
important. And
Yes.
acknowledging that
Yes.
there is a problem.
Yeah.
And if there is a problem, what is causing this problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
What can I do?
To alleviate.
Yes.
And if I cannot, who can I talk to? Where can I seek the help
Yes.
that I need?
Yeah.
Who can I trust?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why therapists come in.
Yeah.
And people when they come for sessions of for therapy, they start by, so nyenye ndio mnasomanga akili ya watu. That's what they say. So utanisoma akili? Okay. And that's it. These people, me, I just wonder. I'm like, nitasoma akili yako ukishaniambia chenye kiko ndani ya hiyo akili. Siwezi soma akili yako kama hujaniambia what is happening.
What is going
there.
on? It's not a voodoo kind of thing.
It's not like that.
Yeah. So personally, I feel like when I was much younger, I wanted to do psychiatry, by the way, for a long time. Actually, when I finished my internship, I was very clear that that's what I wanted to do. And this is because I think I was actually depressed at that time. And you know, when you are in a certain state and then you're trying to find for solutions, then you actually like get that directional kind of inspiration. Yeah. So obviously that has since changed, but what I would say is this: if you're going through difficult times with your mind, with your emotions, with just your soul feeling like you do not belong, having that imposter kind of syndrome, depression,
anxiety,
I think the most directional thing you can ever do is to seek therapy. Seek therapy, because now from therapy, then your therapist can enable you understand where did this start. Because it's not easy for anyone. Okay, like for if it's mild and for people who have medical background, like us, it's easy to say, I am acknowledging my mind is depressed. I'm trying to find out what's going on, and I'm trying to work upwards. But for someone who's not very aware of what's going on, the moment you just feel hopeless, worthless, the moment you feel like, or people tell you, Tina, you have changed. You don't dress the way you used to. What's going on?
Yes.
You never wear your makeup the way you used to. What's going on with your hair? I think at that point in time, just seek therapy. We have so many counselors who are well trained. Then now they will walk you on that journey. Then you will get to the point whereby you are realizing, this is where it started. This is how I've been coping. It's been negative. Now this is how I need to switch my direction. And there is a famous saying that says, you need therapy when you're depressed. You need therapy when you're not depressed.
Yes.
Yes, it's two-way.
Yes.
Therapy is not just for depressed individuals.
Yeah. And I thanks for that bit.
Yeah.
I know we normally say go for therapy, go for therapy, go for therapy, go for therapy.
Coming from a therapist?
I know we say
Red flag.
that. Yes. No, I'm actually talking on behalf of people who cannot
Maybe afford it.
Yes, I'm talking from that point because therapy is expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
Therapy is expensive.
I agree. So what it would give us what can these individuals do, Daktari?
They can come to my facility. I am going to offer free sessions.
Oh. This is the sweetest thing I've had in a long time.
Yes, I can offer free sessions at the facility, but if it's happening outside the facility, you're going to pay.
Yeah, and we also need to give you guys our Instagram handles.
Yes.
You can reach us there. So me, I'm Dr. Christine Ontiria. I'm not a therapist, but I can help you.
Yeah. And I'm Fit by Jackie. You all know me. You know I help women lose weight, and I'm also a therapist.
Yeah.
I know you didn't know that bit.
Whoa, will you help me lose my arms?
I got you. 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 So this was a very successful interview.
I loved it. I
feel
loved
so
it.
fun.
Me too. I feel proud of you. Thank you for inviting me. I'm
Thanks
so
for coming.
honored. I thank Icon for producing that platform for
Yes.
strong women.
And
you
it
know,
made us meet.
to meet. Yeah, yeah. Shout out to the Icon team.
Yeah, and the social house
Yeah.
for hosting us.
Yeah,
And I'm very sure we're going to do more shoots here.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So thank you very much, my good people. Make sure you subscribe, show some love to our video, share your experiences. If you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with anxiety, and if you are not able to access a therapist, please drop your contact and I'm going to reach out to you. Subscribe. See you on my next video. Bye. Wacha. Nitaiweka kama blooper.